everyone, I'm Minnie from Jim's Meats at the beautiful West Side Market. My husband Mark has actually been in the market 46 years, and we met way back then. So Mark worked for people since 17 years old, and then 30 years ago bought his own business, and we own Jim's Meats. We sell fresh cattle and fresh pork every day. And then after he bought the stand, a few years later, he found me again. And with the 7 children that we put through school, we have a great business, 30 years. We have a Facebook presence, Instagram presence, and of course, my YouTube channel called At Home with Minnie. So what are we gonna make today? We're gonna make prime rib. So of course, you wanna get a beautiful prime rib that's oven ready, which means it's cut away from the bone and tied back on. And you will let it sit on your counter for 3 hours to be room temperature. You wanna go ahead and get some extra virgin olive oil and hold on, there we go. And put it on your prime rib. And then down the way from where my stand is a stand called Urban Herbs with great seasoning. And they actually carry a prime rib seasoning. So what you'll do is you'll make sure that your prime rib is covered with the extra virgin olive oil. And you're gonna season it everywhere. Top, bottom, and sides. And give it a generous sprinkle. Whoop. Pretty slippery. Make sure to get the bones that are on the bottom because someone's gonna love those too after the prime rib is ready. So now you will preheat your oven to 500 degrees. Let's do that now. What I want to tell you is please don't use convection oven, very important for this recipe. Every prime rib that leaves our stand comes with the perfect baking instructions. So this prime rib happens to be 4.5 pounds. So this will cook for a total of 1 hour and 28 minutes. Yes, I'm very specific on my prime rib. So once our oven is ready, we will put the prime rib in for 15 minutes. You want to get a nice shallow pan, and all you'll do is lay your prime rib in there. Do not cover it. And that's it. Okay, so we're all set to put our beautiful prime rib into the oven. Remember, 500 degrees for the first 15 minutes. Here we go. And you want to put it on the lower rack and right in the middle. Okay, here we go. Now that my timer was set for 15 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and change my oven to 325. Now, for this prime rib in particular, it will now bake 1 hour, 13 minutes. So set your timer. Now, we also are gonna do mashed potatoes. And in the bowl, I have 10 potatoes that I'm gonna peel. Now, people always are afraid to spend the money at the holiday because they're worried about that they might mess something up. Well, with our foolproof recipe, you know that you're going to be able to trust in your butcher to know that we're going to tell you exactly how to make it. So if you're watching your salt intake, I love Morton's light salt, 50% less sodium. That's what we use in our family. And then turn your water on high. So let's cut our potatoes. Last one. So we're ready to make the mashed potatoes. They're all done. We're gonna go ahead and add a stick of butter. Remember, I used 10 potatoes that I cut up and brought to a boil for 20-25 minutes. Then you wanna go ahead and add some milk. Generously so that they're creamy. And then you're gonna salt them. I eyeball everything because that's the type of lady I am. And then add your pepper. Now, before I mix it, I always use my old-fashioned masher. Here we go. And just like that, you have beautiful whipped potatoes. Okay, guess what time it is? Time to pull out that prime rib and have it sit on your counter for 20 more minutes under a piece of foil. So here we go. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. So this is the last step of making the prime rib. Just take a piece of foil and like a tent, cover it. Okay, in 20 minutes, we'll get to cut this prime rib, and I'm so excited for you to see how it looks at the end. Well, 20 minutes are up, and there it is, the beautiful prime rib. So let's go ahead and put that on our plates. I'm gonna show you what you do to finish your prime rib. All right, so the first step, what we're gonna do is take our prime rib and put it on our cutting board. Okay. So the way we prepared this is for medium rare. That's how prime rib should be eaten. So here's what I want to tell you. If you have any family members that are afraid of a little red or pink, you want to give them the end pieces. That would be great for them. You never want to eat prime rib well done. Just letting you know. So let's turn it over. Now, in the beginning, I told you that we made it oven ready. So we cut it away from the bone and tied it back on. So you want to go ahead and cut your string, pull it off your roast, and I'm gonna set it to the side. Okay, now when Mark made the prime rib, he actually took it and made a flap. Okay, this is called oven ready. So I'm gonna turn it around And you're gonna go ahead and cut the bone off. And let me tell you, whoever gets this bone, it is super delicious and amazing. That's one of my favorite pieces. So after you're done eating your prime rib, you can have that bone. All right, now you wanna go ahead and turn your prime rib over so that it's facing you. I'm gonna move this to the side. In one moment, I wanna make sure that everything's wiped down. You wanna get your plate and get it ready for your slices. Now, based on how many people, this is how you go ahead and slice your prime rib. You wanna do it exactly the size of a nice steak piece. Are you excited yet? Here we go. And that's what we call a beautiful piece of prime rib.